Hi everyone, good morning.
Hi sir, good morning.
Everyone able to hear?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone.
Yeah. Can you see my screen, everyone? Can you confirm anyone?
Yes, we can
Yeah,
see.
yes, it is visible.
Fine. So everyone, can you mute yourself? So I give you time for asking questions. So end of the session. Okay. So everyone, can you mute yourself? Fine. Yeah. Welcome to the session of DevOps and Cloud. So still people are joining. Fine. So this is DevOps with AWS Master Program. Okay. So DevOps, what is DevOps and what is cloud factory, right? So what are the things available, right? So we'll walk through all these things. So this is a completely DevOps with AWS master program. So this is a complete end-to-end training. Okay. Yeah. Before going to start the session, let me introduce myself first. My name is Ram. I'm having 16 plus years of experience in IT. Last 6 plus years I'm in teaching, right? So I'm handling multiple projects governed by the DevOps technologies. My skill sets are my background is Java, Windows, Linux administration, and AWS, Azure, Google Cloud platforms. Also, DevOps tools I'm handling, right? Yeah. So this is my skill. These are the skill sets. Fine. Yeah. So currently I'm working with one of the product-based company, MNC company, right, as a DevOps architect. Fine. Yeah. So DevOps with AWS master program. So here agenda is today's agenda here is so prerequisite to join DevOps and AWS. What are the prerequisites to start learning DevOps and AWS? And who can join this course and the course information, instructions to attend the course, what is DevOps, what is automation, and why the project teams are looking for DevOps and cloud platforms, and what is the role and responsibilities of DevOps engineering in real-time projects and SDLC process, software development lifecycle process. These are all the things we are going to discuss today. So can you mute everyone? Some background noise is coming here. So recording will be disturbed. If you unmute and if you talk something, recording will be disturbed. Okay. So I give you time for asking questions. End of the session. Okay. So everyone, you can take down your questions. Just keep with you. So I give you time for asking questions. By the time you can ask whatever you want to ask. Fine. So yeah, in between the session, if you ask the questions, some disturbance will be happen, right? So I gave already unmute to option to you, but don't unmute. So I give you time for asking questions. By the time you can unmute and you can ask the questions. Fine. So everyone, please mute yourself. Okay, I give you time for asking questions. Yeah, fine. So let's get started, right? So let us go with one by one. So what are the prerequisites and who can learn this course? One by one will go, right? Yeah. So prerequisite to start DevOps and AWS, right? So what are the prerequisite to learn DevOps and AWS? Okay. Yeah. So here, no prerequisites to learn DevOps with AWS Cloud. So we don't require any developing background. We don't require any testing background. We don't require any admin background here, right? So to learn DevOps and AWS, we don't require anything. So here You required your time, so you need to spend 3 months time daily, 2 to 3 hours you need to spend. So 1 hour is daily session you need to attend, and at 2 hours you need to practice daily. So daily basis, if you practice within 3 months, you can easily crack your interview. So cracking interview is not difficulty, right? So you can easily crack your interview, but you need to spend daily 2 to 3 hours. 1 hour is session, 1 hour live session you need to attend, and also you need to practice at least 2 hours so that you can easily crack your interview. Second one is your effort, right? So whatever tasks you are providing, whatever sessions are happening, right? You will get the recording session, so you can go through the recording and you need to practice. You need to spend some time, right? And also your dedication, right? So you need to dedicate this 3 months. So if you dedicate this 3 months, you can easily crack your interview within 3 months, right? So your dedication is also very important here. Fine. Next one, who can join this course? Yeah, so IT employees like developers, testers, support guys, admins, so they can switch their current role to DevOps role. Currently, people are switching from developer background, testing background, support background. They are switching to DevOps role because currently DevOps is having high demand in the market, right? So without DevOps tools, yeah, so companies, yeah, companies they are automating the activities. They are doing in automated way to perform the activities. Without DevOps tools, it is not possible, right? Yeah, that is why IT employees they can switch from their current role to DevOps role, and also non-IT people, non-IT guys also they are switching their current role to DevOps roles like civil engineers, mechanical engineers, right? Pharma industries, right? Pharma guys and other guys become graduates, right? Yeah, in my previous batches, so one of the civil engineer is from civil background to DevOps background. Can you mute everyone? Can you mute everyone? Some background noise is coming here, so everyone should mute here. I give you time for asking questions. Yeah. So non-IT guys also they can switch their current role to DevOps role, right? Next one, people who have some career gap also can join, right? For example, yeah, so you have completed your graduation in 2017 or 2018 or 2016 or 2015 also can join, right? So even freshers also can join. Freshers, so many fresher opportunities. Yeah, in the market we have. Yeah, I'll show you the opportunities. So many opportunities are there for freshers also, right? So non-IT guys and IT employees, freshers, and who is having career gap also, they can easily switch to DevOps role and easily cope up in the projects. Fine. Yeah. Next one, course information. So this course, yeah, DevOps plus AWS plus Linux. Okay. So yeah, so my name is Ram. I'm having 16 plus years of experience, IT experience. Okay. Yeah. So duration of this course, 3 months end-to-end training. So plus or minus 10 days. It may take another 10 days extra, right? Yeah. Class frequency, Monday to Friday, daily classes, weekly 5 days. So Saturday and Sunday, I give you time for practicing, right? So class duration 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. IST daily. So class mode, classroom and online, right? So if you want to attend classroom, you can come down and you can attend classroom training, or else you can join online, right? And the course material for every topic, I provide you documentation here, right? I provide you. For example, today we discussed about cloud concepts. For example, I end of the session, I provide you cloud concept documentation, right? So I provide you soft copy, right? So class videos will be provided for 1 year access. You can access 1 year, right? So course fee, it's a 11,000. It is a offer price, so it is one time payment, right? So actually the fees earlier batches 22,000. So this batch is 75th batch. So 74th batch already. So this batch is 75th batch. So that is why management gave this offer. So everyone grab this offer, right? So next batch maybe it would be higher. Okay, so this is course information. Next one, so instructions to attend the course. You required one laptop or desktop is mandatory. So with 8 GB RAM to attend this course, you required one laptop or a desktop is mandatory. Some people are asking, can I practice in mobile? It is not possible, right? So laptop or desktop is mandatory with 8 GB RAM. So why we are saying 8 GB RAM here, right? So because while working on Kubernetes, while working on Jenkins, while working on Docker, right? So we required 8 GB minimum. Otherwise, you will get performance issues, right? So that is why laptop with 8 GB we required here, either laptop or desktop, right? So you have to attend daily class, live class for 1 hour, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. IST. Daily need to attend the live session, right? So daily 2 to 3 hours you need to practice. Practice is very important. So daily basis everyone should practice, right? So some people are doing like so every weekend they are practicing all sessions, they're practicing weekends. So don't do like that. So daily basis you need to spend some time and you need to practice so that you can easily cope up and easily crack the interviews, right? Yeah, so I provide you weekly tasks, right? I give you tasks so that you need to practice, you need to perform and you need to practice. Fine. So these are all the things. And also, yeah, next one. Yeah, so let us jump into DevOps. Okay, so what is DevOps? Why DevOps? What is automation? Why automation? Right? So what are the things available? We'll try to understand. So before going to discuss about DevOps, so up to here, anyone having any questions? Anyone having any questions up to here?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, go ahead, please. Yes.
Is MacBook or only Windows these softwares work?
I could not understand your question. Can you come again?
No, to install all these softwares, is it
Uh-huh.
possible only on Windows or on Mac OS also it's possible?
Right. So we don't install any packages in our local laptop here. We don't install any package in our local laptop. We connect to the
Okay.
cloud. In the cloud only, we can configure all the tools. We can deploy all the packages. In local laptop, we don't install any packages. So
Okay.
even macOS also fine. To access cloud platform, macOS also fine. So not, yeah, Windows, Linux, macOS also fine. You can use macOS operating system also to connect cloud
Okay.
platforms.
Thank
Yeah, any other questions before going to DevOps introduction?
Hello, Ram.
Yeah, go ahead, please. Go ahead,
Okay,
please.
telling that so non-IT guys also will enter in easy or any
Mhm.
difficulties in entering into a job in DevOps.
Right. Yeah, good question. So, yeah, non-IT guys get any difficulty while jump when start working on the projects, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So our code starts from scratch. Our our code starts from scratch, right? We don't directly go to cloud. We don't directly go to DevOps. So first we discuss about basics. What is server? What is network? What is switch? What is router? What is IP address? What is subnet mask? What is gateway? What is router? So all these things will be covered. So basics will be covered. Once everyone understand the basics, then only we'll jump into AWS platform.
Mhm.
AWS is a cloud platform. So in
Mhm.
AWS, we can install, configure all the DevOps tools, right? So our course starts from basics. That is
Okay.
why you can easily cope up. Daily basis,
Mhm.
everyone should practice, right?
So I had
Okay,
a
what
one
is the
question.
hello?
Yeah.
So I mean, people are making like support roles and technical support, and those are comes under to somehow non-IT, right? So if they had no relevant experience into AWS and all, so how do they survive if they got an opportunity? As I mean, can we consider as experienced guy or an a fresher? I mean,
I
what will
explained
be
that.
the previous experience will go?
I
I
give
mean,
you, I give you guidance. Don't worry about that. I give you full guidance. So how can you
okay.
switch to DevOps role? how can we cope up in the projects, how can we handle. So in our course, daily tasks will be like I give you daily tasks and daily activities in real-time projects, day-to-day activities. What are the activities you perform, right? And what are the things? What are the challenges, right? And FAQs, right? So yeah, major activities, so everything will be covered. So we are going to work on 3 live project. In that, everything will be, yeah, so like in real time projects how we build, same way we can build in our test lab also. I guide you, don't worry, non-IT guys, don't worry about this. So I guide you how to cope up in the projects.
Okay, Ram.
Okay.
Ram.
Yeah, go
Hello.
ahead.
Okay. So, how many members get placed in recent your batches? So,
How many members? Okay, so we have so many testimonies. Okay, I give you
mm,
details, don't worry. Okay, so every batch, once complete the batch, people are placing into projects. Okay, so we have so many testimonies, I'll show you that. Okay.
Sir, sir, hello, sir.
Yeah,
Any
go ahead
coding
please.
will be involved in this AWS program, sir.
No, there is no there is no coding here, zero coding. There is no coding, zero coding here.
There is no
Because
basic coding also, no, sir.
scripting required, so basic scripting required. What are the scripts required? So what scripts we use in real-time projects, I explained in the session. So these
Okay,
scripts
okay.
are very, those scripts are very user-friendly scripts. Okay.
Sir, what are the starting packages in DevOps role?
Yeah, packages, we'll talk about that. Don't worry. Packages, we'll talk about that. Okay, I'll explain that. Packages. Don't worry. Wait for some time. Definitely we'll discuss. Fine. Yeah. So
Hi, Ram.
now we can hold the questions. So end of the session, I give you time for asking questions. Okay. It would be delayed. So that is why. So I give you time for asking questions. Please keep with you. Just to take down the question and you can hold for some time. So once we discuss about DevOps, then we'll jump into questionnaire. Right? Yeah. So please mute yourself. I give you time for asking questions again. Okay. End of the session. Fine. Yeah. Next one. What is DevOps? Right. So if anyone asks you this question, what would be your answer? If anyone asks you what is DevOps, what we can say? Anyone having idea what is DevOps?
Development of
Development of
operations.
operations.
Yeah, development and operations, right? We are saying development and operations, right? Yeah, fine. Yeah, so basically DevOps is a set of practices that combines software development and IT operations. So it is not a tool, it is a set of practices, right? Yeah, so here where the multiple tools are connected to each other to perform automation of all the activities, right? So what is automation? So when we talk about automation, right? So currently, whatever activities you are performing in real-time projects, day-to-day activities like deployments, code movement, code merging, code pulling, code pushing. So those activities we can do in automated way. By single click, we can deploy n number of applications. By single click, we can deploy the code. By single click, we can move the code. We can merge the code. We can pull the code, right? Yeah. So whatever manual activities you are performing, those we can do in automated way. So it's a continuous deployments, continuous integration, continuous testing, and continuous monitoring. So what is deployment? What is the integration? What is testing? What is monitoring? We'll see in further slides. Okay. Yeah. So here we have two sections. Sorry. Here we have yeah, DevOps history, right? So yeah, let us go with little bit history of DevOps. So DevOps arena started in 2008. It is not a new process. It was started in 2008. It is very old process. DevOps is not new process, right? It's very old process. So in 2008 it was started. So by the time we used to use very old tools to perform the automation activities, right? So here Puppet is the one of the tool. So by using Puppet, we used to perform the automation activities. So currently we have very advanced tools to perform the automation activities like Kubernetes, Jenkins, Maven, Ansible, Docker, right? So very advanced tools are there. Terraform, fine. So by using advanced tools, we are doing the automation currently. Fine. Yeah. So here we have two sections. One is developer point of view. Other one is operations, right? So what is developer? The person who is developing the code, who is testing the application is nothing but developer. Who is building the application is nothing but developer. So operations, what are the operations, right? Yeah, operations are nothing but it's a collection of servers, collection of resources which are hosted in the data center. Fine. So what is data center, anyone? Operations are nothing but it's a collection of servers, collection of resources which are hosted in the data center. What is data center, anyone? What is data center? Data center is a,
where your
yeah,
all servers placed in one place. That is the data center.
right, where we host all the servers, right? Yeah, so we can say it is a server room. Data center is nothing but server room where we host all the servers, right? Yeah, so we can host servers, network, storages, switches, routers, load balancers, right? So where we hold all the resources is nothing but data center, right? Fine. Let us go with one example here, small example, which is let us say Java project. Okay, so when we start any project, when we want to start any project, when we want to start working on any startup company, right? So very first thing what we required here, very first thing we required server setup required here, right? So who will set up the servers? Admins will set up the servers, right? So when we talk about servers, in servers we have different server groups are there: development servers, UAT servers, pre-prod servers, production servers. So why we require this many groups? We can have one server group, right? Like either development group or UAT group or pre-product or production, right? So why we require this many server groups here? Because so the developers develop the code in development servers. Once development is completed, the code should be tested in UAT servers. So after that, that will move to pre-prod. Finally, that will be moved to production, into live, right? So that is why we required different set of servers here, right? So admins will prepare the servers. That servers will be handed over to developers. Then developers start the development activities. Fine. Yeah. So here, three developers are working on their local workspace. So this is a development life cycle. So SDLC, we are talking about currently. We are talking about SDLC, software development life cycle, right? So in software development life cycle, how the process would be. So we are trying to understand now, right? So three developers are working on their local workspace, right? So they are working on same requirement. So what is local workspace? Local workspace is nothing but where we start our work, right? So three developers are working on their local systems, local workspace, right? So normally, for example, there is a application development. So the application development, what will happen in real-time projects currently? So that application will be divided into different pieces, right? So when we are working on application development, so like developers, not DevOps engineers, when they are working on development applications, right? The application will be divided into bits and pieces. That bits and pieces we can say sprints, right? What is sprint, anyone? Sprint. Sprint is nothing but it's a timeline, right? So one application development divided into bits and pieces. That bits and pieces we can call it as sprint, right? Sprint is nothing but timeline. Sprint can be 1 week to 1 month, right? So as per the timeline, the sprint should be completed. Fine. So these three developers are working on their local systems, local workspace. They are working on sprints. Okay. So once development is completed, they push the code to development servers, right? So once the code is moved to development servers, so that should be moved to QA or UAT servers to test the code, right? So after that, the code will be moved to pre-prod. So after that, finally, that will move to production into live application, right? So this is the actual process in real-time projects we follow, right? Yeah. So here Developers develop the code, admins prepare the servers, testers test the code. So who will push the code from one environment to other environment? So here, DevOps engineer will push the code from one environment to other environment. So this is one of the DevOps engineer role. DevOps engineer will not do any development. DevOps engineer will not do any testing. DevOps engineer will not do any other activities. DevOps engineer will do automation and he will move the code, he will merge the code, he will push the code, right? So these are the roles, DevOps engineer roles. He will work on some tickets. Fine. So DevOps engineer role is different role. DevOps engineer will work on automation activities, code movement, code merging, right? So DevOps engineer will not do any development. So DevOps engineer not required any developing background. Fine. Yeah. Now we are talking about code movement, right? So by using DevOps tools, how can we move the code? How can we deploy the code on production servers? We'll try to understand. This is also SDLC process, software development lifecycle process. Okay. Yeah. So developers will work on their local workspace, right? We are discussing. So here there is a local Git, right? So once they develop the code, once they test the code should be pushed to GitHub, right? So basically, what is Git? What is Git? So Git is a repository tool or version control tool. Git is a repository tool or version control tool, right? So what is repository? What is repository? Where we store our data, where we store our source code is nothing but repository. It can be any data. It can be binary files, image files, video files, audio files. Where we store our data is nothing but repository. So next one, version control system. What is version control? Right? So for example, 10 developers are working on the same requirement, same development activity. So who is doing what? How can we identify? By using version control system. So for example, yeah, so I did some changes today, right? So my name will be tracked, right? So who did changes, when did changes, what purpose did it changes? Based on the comments, Git will track the versioning. So Git is nothing but it is a repository tool or version control tool. What is repository? Where we store our source code, where we store our data is nothing but repository. Next one, version control. So version control system is nothing but it will track the changes. Who is doing what? Who did changes? When did changes? What purpose did it changes? Right? Yeah. So Git is a local repository. GitHub is a remote repository, which is a remote server. So in local, once development is completed, they will push the code to a remote repository. In Agile methodology, so currently we are using Agile methodology, right? What is Agile? So earlier we used to use waterfall, right? So currently we are using Agile. What is Agile? Anyone having idea?
Continuous integration, continuous development, continuous testing, and continuous monitoring.
Right. So Agile is nothing but it's a parallel development, right? So earlier we used to use waterfall methodology. So waterfall is nothing but sequential development. So currently we are using Agile methodology. In Agile methodology, we are using DevOps tools to automate the activities, right? So it's a parallel development, right? So parallelly we can deploy the code, we can develop the code, right? So developer develop the code, fine. Yeah, in Agile methodology, so in local Git, developer develop the code. Once development is completed, testing is completed, they will push the code to remote repository, which is GitHub. Once our code is moved to GitHub, our next tool is Jenkins, right? So what is Jenkins? What Jenkins will do? Jenkins is a CI/CD tool. CI/CD full form here is continuous integration, continuous deployment tool, right? So once the code is moved to GitHub, from GitHub Jenkins will pull the code, right? So whatever code pulled by Jenkins, right? So which is the raw code in CI/CD process in Agile methodology in projects, yeah, every project in using DevOps tools to automate the deployments, to deliver the applications, to deploy the code, right? So here we require these tools, right? Git, GitHub, Jenkins, Maven, right? Application server, Tomcat servers, right? Yeah. So once the developer move the code to GitHub, so Jenkins will pull the code. So Jenkins is CI/CD tool, right? So in DevOps, we have multiple tools are there, right? So all the tools are individual tools. One tool will not communicate other tool. So that is why Jenkins is a mediator tool. It will communicate all the tools. It will integrate all the tools by installing plugins, right? So it is a mediator tool. Jenkins is a mediator tool. It will integrate all the tools, right? For example, if I want to pull the code from GitHub to Jenkins, I need to install GitHub plugin in Jenkins. Then only Jenkins will start communicating GitHub. Everyone following, right? In Agile methodology, in DevOps process, we require DevOps tools, right? Yeah, Jenkins is a mediator tool. It will integrate all the tools. It will communicate all the tools, and it will pull the code from GitHub to Jenkins, right? Yeah. Once the code is pulled from GitHub to Jenkins, the code is raw code which we pulled. Raw code is nothing but it is a unstructured code, unformatted code. That raw code we cannot directly deploy onto production servers, application servers, right? So raw code is nothing but unformatted, unstructured code. That is why we are integrating one more tool here, which is Maven, right? Can you mute everyone?
काम कर बेटे
Can you
कल
mute
टेस्ट
everyone? So some background noise is coming here. I give you time for asking questions. Can you mute everyone? Mukesh. Yeah, don't unmute. I give you time for asking questions. By the time you can unmute and you can ask me any questions, whatever you have, right? Yeah. Fine. So whenever we pull the code from GitHub to Jenkins, the code is a raw code. Raw code means unstructured code, unformatted code that we cannot directly deploy onto Tomcat servers, application servers. So that is why we require one more tool, which is Maven. What is Maven? What Maven will do? Maven is a build tool. Maven is a build tool, right? So yeah, Maven is a build tool, which will what it will do, whatever code we pull from GitHub to Jenkins, that code will be taken care by Maven, taken by Maven, and it will convert into one artifact. Artifact is nothing but archive file, right? So it will take the raw code, Maven will take the raw code and it will convert into one artifact. Artifact is nothing but archive file, binary file, single file. That artifact will give back to Jenkins. Jenkins will push that artifact to application servers. Here we deploy the code. In application server, we deploy the artifacts. For example, in your laptop, you have 100 documents are there, 100 PDF documents are there. So I asked you to send those documents to me. What is the simplest way to send those documents to me? You can convert into one zip file.
Raw file.
You can attach to email and send it across, or else you can upload to Google Drive, right? Yeah. Same way, same work will be happening in Maven also. Maven will take the raw code, unstructured code, and it will convert into one artifact. Artifact is nothing but archive file, single file. That artifact will give back to Jenkins. Jenkins will push to application server. So in application server, we deploy the code. So this is the CI/CD process. Every project team following currently. Every project team, they're following the same process in real-time projects. Okay. What are the use of storing the code in GitHub, right? Fine. Good question. So yeah, I wait for some time. I explain. Okay. Yeah. So everyone, yeah, take down your questions. You can ask me. I give you time for asking questions. Okay. Yeah. Next one. See here. Once the code is moved to Maven, once Jenkins move the code to Maven, Maven will convert into one artifact. So like jar file, war file, or ER file. For example, our application is Java application. Will convert into jar file, Java archive file. For example, Java development is happening. That Java application, Java data will convert into jar, Java archive file. If the application is web application, it will convert into WAR file, web archive file, right? So if the application is enterprise application, it will convert into ER file. So as per the application, so Maven will convert into artifact. It's a archive file. So not only Java, WAR, ER, right? So .NET application it will convert, Python application it will convert, right? So Scala, Salesforce, whatever, any applications. So Maven supports any application, right? So it will take the raw code and it will convert into one single file, binary file, and give back to Jenkins. Jenkins push that artifact to application server. In application server, we deploy the artifacts. This is the end-to-end process we follow in real-time projects. Okay, yeah, fine. So this is the CI/CD process, right? Yeah. So in real-time projects, every project is following this. To deploy the code, we are using Jenkins, right? Yeah. Now, in the market, we have very advanced tools to deploy the code. Currently, advanced tools are available, which are like Ansible, Chef, and Puppet, right? So currently, Ansible is most of the project teams are using Ansible. So Chef and Puppet, so not using much. So Chef using 15% of the project teams, 85% of the project teams they are using Ansible. Puppet is completely outdated. So currently, project teams not using, right? Yeah. Now let us try to understand about Ansible. Okay. So before going to Ansible, I give you a small scenario. Okay. For example, I want to install Java on 1,000 servers, right? Yeah. So these servers are manual servers. These servers are not in automation. We are not using any scripting. These are physical manual servers. I want to install Java on 1,000 servers. So how can we install? Let us take one server. So how can we install Java on a single server, right? If you want to install Java on single server, what we have to do? First, we need to connect server, right? So if the server is a Windows server, we can connect through RDP, remote desktop. The server is a Linux server, we can connect through RDP, right? Yeah, first we need to connect server. After that, we need to log in server, right? By using username and password. We need to log in server, right? So once you log in the server, we need to check installed or not, right? So if the Java is installed, don't need to worry about. So if the Java is not installed, we need to install Java. Install Java required package, right? Java package, right? Yeah. So normally in real-time projects, right? So if you want to get any package, right? So we should not download from internet. We should not copy from CDs, pen drives. So USB ports will be disabled in real-time projects, right? So if you get a laptop, official laptop, when you get into the project, you get one laptop, right? For that laptop, yeah, USB ports will not work, right? You cannot connect pen drives, you cannot connect external drives. Firewalls will be there, right? Yeah, so how can we get this package? We can copy this package, copy Java software from share folders. Share folders. What is share folder? Share folder is nothing but central repositories, right? So every project team they maintain some central repositories. From central repository, we can copy the package into our system and we can deploy the package, right? Yeah. So once we copy the software, after that we can install, right? Once install the Java, we need to set environment variables. Environment variables. What is an environment variable? Anyone? So once install the Java, we need to set the path, right? Without that environment variables, Java will not work properly. So that is why we need to configure environment variables, right? So finally, we need to reboot server, right? Yeah. So these are the steps we need to follow to deploy the Java on single server, right? Yeah. So if the person is having 2 to 3 years experience guy, how much time it will take? He will take to perform this activity on single server. Yeah. Normally, yeah, freshers, 2 to 3 years experience guys, they may take 30 minutes because they need to download package, they need to connect server, log in, username, password, check the Java is available or not, set the environment variables. That may take 30 minutes, right? If the person is expert, he may take 15 minutes, right? So let us say 10 minutes only. So 10 into we have 1000 servers are there, right? It may take 10,000 minutes to perform this activity, Java instruction activity. It may take 10,000 minutes, right? So normally in real-time projects, so we get some tickets, or requests, right? Yeah, so we have different ticketing systems like ticketing tools like ServiceNow, Jira, and PMC Remedy. These are the ticketing tools in real-time projects we use, right? So when we receive any ticket is nothing but, ticket is nothing but request. Ticket is nothing but request. Okay. So when we receive the request or ticket, okay, every ticket will have some SLA. What is SLA? Anyone?
Service level agreement.
Yes, it is a service level agreement. What is service level agreement? Anyone?
The
It is
time
a
upon which like we agree to do the task.
right. So service level agreement is a timeline. So timeline is nothing but, so as per the ticket, so some SLA will be assigned within the SLA, within the timeline we have to close the ticket, right? So when we talk about tickets, different types of tickets are available in the market, right? In the systems, right? Like P1 ticket, P2, P3, and P4. Priority 1, priority 2, priority 3, priority 4, right? So as per the priority, we have to close the ticket, right? So priority 1 ticket will have 1 hour time, 1 hour SLA, 1 hour SLA. Priority 2 will have 4 hours SLA. Priority 3, 24 hours SLA. Priority 4, 48 hours SLA, right? So as per the priority, we have to close the ticket. Otherwise, what will happen? If you don't close the ticket, what will happen within that SLA? What will happen?
SLA will breach.
SLA get breached means it will be escalated. It will move to next level, right? So if the ticket is moved to next level,
Escalations.
yeah, escalations will be happen. We get warning emails, right? So by the time what will happen, our KPI will be impacted. KPI. What is KPI? Key performance indicators, right? So our performance will be degraded. That is why within the SLA, within the time frame, we have to close the tickets, right? So, but here, 1,000 servers are there. On these servers, we are deploying Java, but it is taking 10,000 minutes. We got one request for deploying Java on 1,000 servers. For that, one ticket raised, right? So this is taking 10,000 minutes. So what will happen? Tickets will be escalated. Request will be escalated. So that is why to avoid this process, we are using automation tools. Which are like Ansible, Chef, and Puppet. So currently Puppet we are not using, so it is completely outdated. So Chef we are using, yeah, Ansible. 85% of the project team they are using Ansible to automate the activities. Chef, yeah. So here 15% of the project teams they are using Chef. Okay, to automate this type of activities, right? Yeah. So yeah, let us try to understand Ansible quickly. Yeah. For example, there is a Ansible server. This is my Ansible server. Okay. So here I have 1,000 servers are there. So here 300 development servers and 300 QA servers and prod servers, production servers. We have 400 servers, right? So on the servers, I want to deploy Java, right, by using Ansible. So this is my Ansible server, right? Yeah. So here, first we need to configure Ansible. After that, we need to authenticate from Ansible to development QA production servers, for which we are using SSH authentication. SSH authentication, right? So here we have two types of authentications are there: key-based authentication and user-based authentication, right? So what is key-based? So in key-based authentication, what we will do, we can generate one key. So by using that key, we can authenticate all these servers, right? User-based means we can create one user. By using that user, we can authenticate from Ansible to Dev QA production servers, right? So once we authenticate from Ansible to all servers, so after that we need to prepare inventory groups, right? So what is inventory? Inventory is nothing but list of servers, right? We can create a development group, we can create a QA group, we can create prod group. Three groups, right? So because three different types of servers are there here, right? So why we require three groups? We can create only one group also, right? But why we require three groups here? This is mainly for segregation. For example, development service required .NET application, right? We can select only development group here, right? So if you select all groups, all the servers will be deployed. That is why to segregate, we use the groups here. So after that, we prepare playbooks. What is playbook? This is simple YAML scripts. Very simple YAML scripts. Playbooks are nothing but simple scripts. So that simple scripts we can execute on Ansible server that will reflect to the Dev QA production servers, right? So once we trigger this playbook, within 1 minute we can deploy the Java on all servers, 1,000 servers. So not only 1,000 servers, you can spin up 10,000 servers also within 1 minute. If you want to install Java on 1,000 servers by using playbooks or .yml scripts, I'll show you very simple scripts, very user-friendly scripts, very short length. Yeah, quickly I'll show you. To deploy the Java, what is the script I'll show you. So all the scripts will be provided by Ansible only. We can take the scripts and we can customize and we can reuse whenever needed. So to deploy the Java, this is the YAML script. This is only the script. Okay, just copy this and paste here to easy understanding here. So this is the to deploy the Java. So this first three lines we don't require. This is common for every playbook. -host all tasks. This I can remove. So this is mainly for our understanding which version we are going to install, right? This is also I'm removing. So this is the main playbook. This is the main script to perform the Java deployment. This is the main script to deploy the Java installation. Okay, yeah. So here the playbook is script is m column name equal to Java -1.7.0 -openjdk space state equal to present. This is only the script. Very short length, right? Script length is very short, right? See here, very simple short length script, single line. By using this playbook, we can deploy the Java on all servers within 1 minute, right? So once we deploy Java, we get update. So how many servers are deployed, how many servers are not deployed, we'll show you if any issues happen. So by the time, yeah, we can segregate that whatever the servers not deployed and we can redeploy, right? Yeah, fine. So here there is the interview question. In Ansible, there is the interview question, which is very common question, which is yeah, very general question. When I take interviews in our project, I ask this question many times. When I attend interviews, I attend multiple interviews. By the time I got this question, what is that question? So to deploy the Java on servers, why should I go with Ansible? To deploy the Java, Why should I go with Ansible? I can use shell scripts also. Yeah, logically, interviewers ask you this question, right? Interviewers ask you, if I want to deploy Java, why should I go with Ansible? I can use shell scripts also. Yes, you can use shell scripts also. But what is the importance here, right? So the importance here is idempotency. Idempotency. So the question you understand, right, everyone? Interviewer asks you, if I want to deploy Java on all the servers, why should I go with Ansible? I can use shell scripts also. Yes, you can use shell scripts also. But what is the difference? Difference is idempotency. What is idempotency? Yeah. So if you use shell scripts to deploy the Java, what will happen? For example, 500 servers already Java is available. Java team is working on the activities, the development activities. So 500 servers already Java is available, right? Yeah. 500 servers, other 500 servers are not available Java. So we selected 1000 servers and we deploy the Java. So what will happen here? Whatever servers already available, the Java, that will be removed first. Java will be removed first, right? But the Java team already working on that, right? Java team is already working on. Some disturbance will be happening here, right? But whereas Ansible, so if you deploy Java on all the servers by using Ansible, what will happen? Whatever servers already deployed, those will not be disturbed. Okay, so whatever servers are not available Java, that will be deployed. So which is nothing but idempotency. So Ansible will not do activities again and again. Once it is performed, it will show you it is already available. Fine. So which is nothing but idempotency, which is interview question, very common question. Most of the interviews I observed this question. So while working on different tools, I give you questions, all the questions, frequently asked questions, right? Yeah. So I give you tips and tricks, right? How to crack the interview, how to attend the interview. Everything will be covered in our course. Fine. Yeah. So here this is Ansible scenario. Okay. Yeah. Now let us move back to slides here. Right. So this is already discussed. Yeah. So this is Ansible architecture. While working on Ansible, I explain this architecture. Right. So this is a deployment process. By using Ansible, you can deploy the Java or any other applications on target servers. Okay. Yeah. Now, so Ansible we can integrate with Jenkins also. Jenkins will trigger the job to Ansible. Ansible will go and deploy the code on target servers. That we can integrate with Jenkins, right? But in real-time projects, we don't require to integrate. Ansible will work individual, right? Yeah. So while working on this flow, I explain. So end-to-end process we follow. Same process we follow in our test lab. So end-to-end we can work on this process. Okay. Yeah. So in our course, these are the tools we are going to cover, right? So AWS Cloud we covered, and Microsoft Azure and Google Cloud Platform we provide you recordings free of cost. Okay, and Linux basics will be covered. Linux, whatever DevOps engineers, whatever services required, whatever commands required, so whatever activities required in Linux, that will be covered in Linux, right? So DevOps engineers, yeah, they can work on some activities, right? User management, user creations, right? So group creations, different activities, right? So those will be covered. So we are not Linux admins. It is not Linux administration. So Linux, whatever concepts we are going to discuss, those are important for DevOps engineers and cloud engineers. Okay. Yeah. So DevOps tools: Git, GitHub, Jenkins, Maven, Ansible, Nexus Artifactory, Docker, Kubernetes, Terraform, Apache Tomcat, Python scripting also will be covered. Right. So these are the tools we are going to cover, and the projects, live projects, 3 live projects will be covered. So along with this, few more projects will be covered. Right. While working on Jenkins, I show you projects. While working on Kubernetes, we'll work on different projects. Right. But these are the live projects. So live CI/CD with Git, Jenkins, Maven, Tomcat. Live CI/CD with Git, Jenkins, Maven, Kubernetes. Live CI/CD with GCP, Terraform, or migration project. We can migrate the data from one platform to other platform, AWS to Azure, Azure to Google Cloud Platform. We can migrate the servers and data, right? So these are all the things we are going to discuss in our course. So these are the Linux modules we are going to work on, right? So Linux will take nearly 1 week. Linux will take nearly 1 week. Okay. Yeah, we are going to work on these concepts. So these are the tools we are going to work on. So Ansible, Docker, Kubernetes, Terraform, these are the very core tools, very advanced tools. Okay. So we are going to learn this many tools, but we don't use all the tools in real-time projects. 1 or 2 tools only we use in real-time projects. We don't use all the tools, right? So if you learn this many tools, you can crack any interview. You can fit for any project. You can crack any interview, right? Next one, what kind of support we provide? We provide daily recordings, FAQs, supporting documents, one-to-one support, sample projects, resume support, technical support. So every batch will have one group, WhatsApp group, right? So all the members will add into WhatsApp group. In that group, discussions will be happened. While practicing, if you face any issues, you can take the screenshot and post into the group. So that if anyone already practiced, they give you response, or else I give you response, right? Yeah, so I'll show you WhatsApp groups also. So far 74 batches, right? 74 batch going on. So our batch is 75 batch, 75th batch. So 74 batch, 7 a.m. batch. This is 7 a.m. batch. Okay. Yeah. So 73 batch, 9 a.m. batch, next batch. Okay. It is an ending stage. Okay. And yeah, different batches are there. Every batch is having group like this. So in this, while practicing, if you face any issues, you can post the screenshot like this. Screenshots you can post. So many members are there in the group, right? See. So screenshots you can post in the group while practicing if you face any issues, right? Fine. So this is the support, daily recordings, FAQs, supporting documents, one-to-one support, sample projects, resume support, technical support, right? So these are the things we are going to provide. And the course highlights, real-time projects end-to-end, interview sessions topic-wise, resume and interview preparation, 3 months end-to-end training, complete training, 100% job assistance we provide, not job assurance, job assistance, right? Yeah, job assistance is different, job support is different, right? So we provide job assistance until you get job, right? Yeah. Yeah, we provide. Yes, I explained that. And here, so operations, what is server, what is network, what is cluster, this is the basics will be covered. Basics will be covered before going to cloud. And environments, development environment, test environment, UAT, production, all these things will be covered. So email communication, roles, responsibilities, stand-up calls, internal team meetings, right? Releases and purpose, KT sessions, working on day-to-day tasks, tickets, all these things will be covered. Fine. Yeah. So now these are the numbers you can take down. So this is our institute number, and this is my personal number. Normally, trainers they never give their personal numbers, right? So we are giving our personal number, right? So you can take down everyone these numbers, 2 numbers, and you can send message to first number. I attended first demo. Could you please provide recording? Our people will provide you recording, right? So if any documents like course content, everything they provide you. So you can save this number and you can ping first number. You can ping to the first number and you can say that I attended first demo. Could you please provide supporting documents and recording session? Our people will provide you. So second number is my number, personal number. You can take down. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me. You can WhatsApp me, you can call me. Right? After 10, I'll be free. Okay. Fine. Now I'm giving time for asking your questions. Yeah.
Sir, can we use Office laptop flash since said every tool is in cloud, right? So can we use it or we need a
Yeah.
personal
Just a
laptop?
minute. Just a minute. So everyone, can you provide your WhatsApp number and email address in the chat, GoToMeeting chat, so that our people will send you documents, and also they provide you recording session. So everyone, can you provide your WhatsApp number and email address in the chat, GoToMeeting chat? So yeah, I give you a few minutes time for providing the email address and WhatsApp number in the group, in the chat. So can you provide everyone? Yeah, someone asking repeat Maven. So we'll repeat tomorrow. We'll repeat Maven tomorrow. And also, do we need to learn? Do we need to learn Java for AWS and DevOps? Not required. Java not required, right? And also Pega developer. Someone asking. Yeah, you
Do we
can
need?
continue.
Can we
Yeah,
use Office laptop to access these tools?
right. Office laptop, right? So if you have any firewalls, that
Yeah.
will be blocked. If you have any firewalls, that will be blocked, right? Don't use Office laptop here, right?
Okay.
Fine. Yeah. Any other questions, anyone?
RAM laptop with i3 configuration, 4 GB RAM is sufficient for practice.
Your voice is not very clearly. Can you come again? Can you repeat your question again?
Laptop with i3 configuration and 4 GB RAM, will it be sufficient for practice?
4 GB RAM, yes, it will work, but it will give you performance issues. So that is why you can upgrade 8 GB. That will not more costing. So you can easily upgrade one slot, one small card, so that it will be increased to 8 GB.
Okay.
Yeah. Any
How
other
in depth
questions?
you are
Anyone?
going to teach Python?
Python? Can you come again?
How in depth you will go on Python?
Python basics only will be covered. So we don't require in-depth knowledge in Python or other scriptings. Okay. So because if you want to learn Python, it takes 2 months. Don't worry about that. I give you guidance. Okay.
So,
How
how
to
many
crack.
technologies do we need to learn along with AWS and DevOps?
Can you repeat your question? How?
How many technologies do we need to learn, including with AWS and DevOps, sir?
No need to worry about other technologies. No need to learn any other technologies. Okay. So you can learn AWS with DevOps. Yeah. So once complete our course, you can gain 3 years of 3 years of experience. You can gain 3 years of experience. If you are a fresher, you will get very good knowledge. If you are a senior experienced guy, you can gain 3 years experience. Non-IT guys also, you can showcase 3 years experience. That level of training will be provided here. Okay. How to prepare your resume, I guide you, and how to crack the interview, I guide you. What are the tips, tricks I cover in the session, right? Yeah, go ahead, please. Other questions.
Going forward, will it be a PPT session or whiteboard session?
Follow the PPT session or whiteboard session.
Whiteboard session.
Yes. So we don't follow PPT. We don't follow PPT, right? So only demo sessions only. Complete whiteboard session, right?
Okay.
So demo session only I'm using PPT. So whiteboard session only. So more into practical, not theoretical. So 80% practical,
Yeah.
20% theoretical. Okay.
So can we practice at Institute also?
Yeah, yeah. You can come down. We have practice room in third floor. You can sit here and you can bring your laptop and you can practice. We provide you internet. Yeah.
So I have a question. So certification. What about the certification? What kind of certification we will get?
Right. Right. So fresher hiring stopped, right, currently. So because of recession, right? So not only for DevOps, every technology, right? So it may take 1 or 2 months time. Definitely, the openings will be happened. So many openings are in pipeline currently. So project teams are waiting for recruiting the people, but due to some terms, they hold the recruitment, right? So maybe after 1 month or 2 months, it will be happen.
What is the job market for DevOps current scenario?
Yeah. So just a minute. More into experienced guys, right? More experienced guys are recruiting. So not like that. I'll explain that. Okay, don't worry. So even experienced guys also having calls. Freshers are less calls currently. So maybe it will take 1 2 months, right? Yeah. So what is DevOps market currently? Someone asking this question, right? So DevOps market is very good currently, right? If you go and search in Naukri or LinkedIn, so many openings are there. So many projects are in pipeline. So most of the 50% of the companies already move to DevOps, right? So other 50% of the companies also moving to DevOps, right? Yeah. So market is very good. So coming 15 to 20 years, the market would be like this only. DevOps market demand would be like this one. Coming 15 to 20 years. Yeah. Go ahead,
My
please.
question is that what kind of certification we will get, number one, and
Certification, right?
post what
Yeah, certification I
certification?
explain tomorrow. Don't worry. A very simple certification is not mandatory. So if you want to write certification, I explain tomorrow. What are the certifications required? I'll show you. Right? In AWS,
So
you
what
can
are
write one
the
certificate.
starting salaries for a 2 to 3 years experience in
Salaries, right?
DevOps?
Yeah, salaries starting fresher salaries minimum 4.5 to 6.5. So in my
Oh,
previous batch, so two guys freshers they cracked entry recently. They got 5.5 lakh. One guy is placed in TCS, one guy is in Cognizant. They got 5.5 lakh freshers. And experienced guys also
My
getting very good packages, more than 30 lakhs. They're getting packages. If you have
my question
5 years experience, 6 years experience, right? So how to showcase your experience, how to prepare the resume, I'll guide you. Go ahead, please.
my question was that like me, I don't know ABC of any technology. I'm brand new, I'm not having any tech background at all. Do you think I can go in this? Is it okay for me, or it will be really hot water for me? Do you think I can still can go for this in this technology? Because when you're asking questions like me, I'm a nursery kid. I don't know what you're teaching at all. Do you still think I can join and I can make my career in this?
Right. Good question, Mukesh. I give you answer. Yeah, you don't have any knowledge, you don't have any technology, you have zero knowledge, right? So can I
Yes.
switch into DevOps? Can I learn AWS and DevOps? Is asking the question, right? So our course starts from scratch, from basic level, right? So anyone can learn AWS and DevOps. Anyone can switch to DevOps role, DevOps and cloud role. So first we'll start with basics, servers, networks, IP addresses. These are the basics. First we'll work on basics. First one, first 1 week. So after that, slowly we'll enter into AWS, right? So AWS is very user friendly, right? So after that, we'll jump into DevOps. So slowly, basic level to advanced level will move, right? But everyone should practice daily basis. Daily basis, you need to practice. You need to spend some time. Definitely can easily cope up and you can easily switch into projects. You understand,
Great.
right?
Yeah. Do you have any session also? Let's say you are teaching every week, every single day, right? 5 days a week or 7 days a week. How do you teach?
Weekends. You asking weekends?
All, these classes will be for weekend or every 5 days or
No,
every day. How is that process?
not weekends. This is weekdays only. Monday to Friday, daily 1 hour, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. IST.
Okay, so
Okay,
my
daily.
question was that you just focus the training or you have any session, let's say 2 days class in one day, let's do the practice what we have done. That's the way, or just a training? Because I have seen, I joined before any institute from India also. So what happened? They just train and just give them, they complete their course and they are done. But for me, I don't know anything, so I'm nowhere. I wasted my money. So
Right.
that's my question. And the most important is time. My time is wasted 100%. I don't understand anything.
I see. Okay. Fine. I understand your question. Yeah. Along with the training, so we conduct some workshops also, right? We conduct some practical sessions also, right? So you need to participate in that. You need to scale up your technologies. You can scale up yourself, right? So we give you more opportunities to attend the sessions, practical sessions, workshops, right? Mock interviews, right? So more into practical oriented, not theoretical, right? So don't worry about Mukesh. So you can get all these things. Fine. Any other
Okay.
questions, anyone?
Okay, what are the common terminologies in this field? From different backgrounds, telling about script, CSPL, or
Yeah. So even, yeah, don't worry about terminology, right? So you will understand from scratch. We'll start our course, right? So day to day, when you attend day to day and when you practice daily basis, you can easily understand the terminology. So don't need to worry about terminology here, right? So what is sprint, what is agile, what is waterfall? Don't worry. So that will be repeated many times, right? So terminology, so it doesn't matter. So don't worry about it. So we'll repeat multiple times, right? So you can understand easily, right? So if you have any questions, basic level questions also, you can ask in the session, daily sessions. Fine. Yeah. So we can stop here. Yeah.
So,
Tomorrow, same.
I have one final
One
question,
last
sir.
question.
Yeah. Go ahead, please.
Hello?
Yes.
How this course suitable for a site reliability engineer's role?
Yeah. Site reliability engineer is a designation only. Site reliability engineer is a designation, right? So backend, your role may be DevOps role, cloud role. So designation would be different designations like consultant, senior consultant, software engineer, analyst, site reliability engineer. That is different. That is your designation. Okay, don't worry about that.
Sir, I have one
Can we
final question.
manage can we manage SRE role with this course?
Yes, you can manage SRE. Yes, we provide that level of training. SRE.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you.
fine.
Sir, I do
So
have
yeah,
one final question here.
yeah,
So,
just
yeah.
yeah. Next
So
batch.
I was a
Go ahead.
Pega developer for 2 years, and I do have a CSA certification. So I work for Cognizant. So do you
Right.
think that this will be a step up for me, or should I continue with Pega only? I have already done required training for CSSA certification as well.
Mhm.
Right
Okay.
now I am doing my
So
masters.
yeah, Pega also having demand. So but automation cloud is having more demand. Pega, Java, and Salesforce, these are also having demand. But DevOps and cloud is having more demand. So every
Yeah.
developer, they are trying to learn cloud and DevOps because going forward everything will be automation. Every organization, they use automation only. They use cloud platforms only, right? So that is why every developer, every tester, they're learning DevOps and cloud. If you are interested, you can learn, or else you can continue in Pega. Pega also fine currently. Maybe going forward, how it would be, I don't know. We cannot imagine, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Fine.
get it.
So
Thank you.
tomorrow also same link will work. So everyone use the same link. So if you are interested, you can reach out to our people backend team, and WhatsApp group already created. Once you register, you can add into WhatsApp group. Once you make the fee, you can add into WhatsApp group. So tomorrow also we can attend free session, right? Same link will work tomorrow also, right? If you have any more questions, you can reach out to me. You can WhatsApp me. You can call me. I gave already my number, right? So you can take down these numbers. First number is institute number. Second number is my number. You can WhatsApp me. You can call me, and you can WhatsApp to institute number saying that I attended first demo. Could you please provide the recording and the documentation, content, course content? They provide you. Fine. So we can wind up here for today. So tomorrow we'll continue. So tomorrow we have from today this batch is started. It will not be postponed, right? So tomorrow onwards regular sessions will be happened. Okay, don't miss a session. You can attend the session tomorrow also. Yeah. So if you are interested, you can add into WhatsApp group. So you can reach out to me if you need any further information. Fine. Yeah. Thank you all.